Hi, my name is Daisy, and I live in Vermont. Please like and subscribe. My parents were both astronauts, so they spend most of their time in space. I grew up with my aunt, who was a space research scientist too. She was mostly busy with her work in the lab, and that left me with none other than Sarah, my childhood friend. I met her when I was 5. My aunt threw me a huge birthday party, but just as I was about to blow out the candles, another girl jumped in and spoiled my moment. "Hey, you! Why did you do that?" But she just looked at me and smirked. I got super angry and smashed her face into my cake, and a war broke out. She jumped onto me and grabbed my hair. And that's when Sarah came to my rescue. She was like an angel. She held that mean, witchy girl by her hair and swung her into the swimming pool. "You just saved my life." "Oh, she deserved it. And she did the same thing to me on my birthday." This was it. I felt like I'd found my soulmate. And that's how we became besties. We played together all day long and even went to school together. And life was pretty much fun until the 9th grade, when a new guy, Jeff, transferred into our class. Once, Sarah and I were getting some lunch in the cafeteria when she tripped over something and her food tray fell straight onto Jeff's face and clothes. All the kids in the cafeteria burst out laughing and his face went all red. And then he came charging at Sarah like a mad bull. "How dare you? Do you have a death wish, you—" "Stop! Don't you dare touch her!" I went in and pushed him aside and he fell straight to the ground on his butt. You'll have to pay for this. I'll make sure." Before he could even finish that sentence, I tossed some coins at him and said, "Will that be enough, or do you need more tips?" I took Sarah's hand and we both walked out of there. But little did I know that this was the beginning of a never-ending war. The next day, as I walked into the class, I could see Jeff with a wicked smile on his face, and I knew something was off. Just then, Sarah saw me and got off the seat. "Hey, Daisy." Suddenly, there was a loud ripping sound across the room. It was Sarah's skirt. Those evil morons put super glue all over her seat. She looked super embarrassed, and Jeff and his minions were laughing like crazy. I quickly went in and wrapped my jacket around her skirt, and then I walked towards that moron, Jeff. "You did this, didn't you?" "Oh, did you see me do it? Wait, you didn't. And it's best that you don't come to me with false accusations like that, you know. I'm a very dangerous man." Just then I stomped on his feet and he yelled in pain. "Dangerous? Look at you whining like a puppy. You better remember this and stay away from my friend, or I'll—" "Oh, such a deep friendship. I've got tears in my eyes. But don't you worry. I'll stay away from her, 'cause now you're my target, and I'll come for you next time. Just you wait and watch." I was about to punch him in the face when the teacher entered and all the kids ran back to their seats. Later, while we were walking home, Sarah told me she was worried about me. "You know, you shouldn't mess with him. His dad is the richest man in the city. What if he—" "Oh, he's just a loser who's insecure about himself, so he picks on other kids. And he messed with you today. I can't let him go just like that. He's a jerk who needs to learn his lesson. But you're not. You're better than this. Let it go. I made a mess out of him in the cafeteria and he pulled a prank. Not a big deal." But before she could even finish, a car flashed past us and all the water by the roadside splashed on us. The car stopped a few steps ahead and that jerk Jeff looked back at us out of the window. "Oh shoot. I told the driver to ride over you, but he missed. I guess you just earned a few more hours to live." I was so gonna kill him this time, but Sarah held me back. "Why did you do that? Why didn't you let me go?" "'Cause he's crazy, but you're not. You want to teach him a lesson? Use your mind, not your hands." Well, maybe she was right. But what I saw the next day at school shocked me. Jeff was leaning over at Sarah's desk like a lost puppy. "Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry about yesterday. You see, you're so pretty, and I didn't want to hurt you. But that witch, Daisy, she made me do it out of anger. You forgive me, right? I really want to make it up to you. Would you go out with me tonight?" OMG! He was such a jerk. I went ahead and kicked the desk and he fell to the floor. "I think I told you to stay away. What are you doing here being all cheesy with her, huh?" "Daisy, it's okay. He was just saying sorry for what he did." "Really, Sarah? You think a jerk like him can change? Why don't you ever see the bad in people? Why don't you ever see the good in people?" I looked at that jerk and saw his devilish smile and almost felt like killing him, but I was so mad at Sarah now. And then she said something I had never imagined in my worst nightmare. "I'm going out with him for a movie tonight, and you have to accept that. What? My best friend was siding with some jerk against me after I took her side? She was out of her mind. Fine, do what you want, but just so you know, he's a jerk. He's just playing some game here, and I've warned you. But she kept staring at me like I was some crazy person. Ugh, I stormed out of there in anger. The next couple of days, we didn't talk much, and now she would hang out with that moron most of the time. Then one day, while I was sitting in the cafeteria all alone, Jeff came there with Sarah, and his arms were wrapped around her. Guys, we have an announcement to make. Sarah and I are officially dating. What the fish? No, that can't be true. Sarah would never… Oh, Daisy, it's true. It took me some time to realize that Jeff is such a nice guy. He's super rich and super smart. And now that I know him, I'm not leaving him, ever. Saying that, she hugged him tight, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so freaking furious. But what about me? What about us? Oh, honey, there is no us now. And don't act like we broke up or something. It was just friendship, and I can make lots of friends, you know? But guys, how often do you find such a perfect guy in your life, huh? He's not perfect. He's an evil jerk who's playing you to get back at me. Ugh, you're so full of yourself, Daisy. I really love Sarah, and I can smell the burn. You're just jealous of my beautiful girlfriend and her choice of men. Choice of men? Ew! I almost puked right then and there. I couldn't stand to see that moron even for a second more. I pushed him aside and went away. The next day at school, I was on my way to class when suddenly someone pulled me into one of the empty classrooms. Looking for me, baby? I know I'm irresistible, and the way you were looking at me yesterday, well, it's not your fault. I'm just so… Stupid! You're stupid and arrogant. Now let go of me before I could even finish, he started kissing me. Ugh! Get away from me, you loser! I pushed him away and slapped his face. How dare you! I swear I'm gonna kill you. Whoa, easy there, baby girl. The fun has just begun. Remember, I told you I was coming for you. Well, here I am. Your friendship, your pride, and your stupid arrogance, I'm gonna take and crush them one by one. And you'll be able to do nothing at all, but just watch from a distance with tears in your eyes. Saying that, he pushed me aside and left the room. God, now I had blood on my mind. I literally wanted to crush his teeny tiny brain with my bare hands. But first, I was gonna file a complaint against him with the principal about what he did. Before I could do that though, he had already made his next move. A few minutes later, I received a message on my phone, and when I checked it, I was shocked to see our pictures together where he was kissing me, and it was captioned, Daisy the boyfriend stealer. If you don't do as I say, I'm gonna make these pics go viral, and imagine what's gonna happen to you and your reputation next. I couldn't believe this guy. He was playing so dirty now. The next day at school, he called me and said, Oh, hey Daisy. You know, I'd really love for you to come to my birthday party and serve some drinks there tomorrow. It'll be an honor for someone like you to even be there. I so wanted to punch him in the face, but then I had to teach him a lesson he'd never forget in his life. So I agreed with a smile. There, that's my girl. That's how I want you to be in front of me, following my orders. Now get out of here. I was keeping note of every word, and he was gonna pay big time. The next day when I reached the party, I could see Jeff standing between the girls. I went ahead and held his hand. Happy birthday, Jeff. Oh, but you came empty-handed? Where's my gift? Right here. Just as I pointed in the other direction, the lights went off and a video started playing on the big screen behind him. It was the video of the day he pulled me into the empty classroom. Suddenly, I could hear Jeff screaming, Stop it! Stop it! It's not me! I swear! Daisy, this witch, she's trying to frame me. It's a fake. She made that up. No, she didn't. I recorded that. Just then, Sarah came forward and slapped him hard in the face. What? What are you… Then she put another slap on his face and continued. The day I saw you pulling her into that empty classroom, I knew something was up. So I recorded it to show it to the principal, but after you blackmailed her, we decided you deserved a grander audience, Jeff. We? Aw. Looks like you're a real moron, Jeff. Did you actually think that Sarah was on your side? Aw, you poor little thing. She's been my best friend for the last 10 years, and you really thought she'd give up on me for a filthy rat like you? You're not the only one who knows how to act, Jeff. The day you almost crushed us under your car was the day we planned to get back at you. And this ain't the only birthday gift for you. We have your cell phone and all the pictures and messages in it, and everything you have ever done to bully the other kids.
How did you get that?
The same way she got that video up on your private projector. Of course I helped her, you dummy. Remember, I asked you to throw this party? And why do you think I became your girlfriend in the first place? Feeling the burn, Jeff?
You witch, I'm gonna kill you. That's enough.
Suddenly, his dad came rushing out and said,
I can't believe you're my son. You have let me and my reputation down. I'm disowning you and sending you to a boarding school forever.
Dad, no! Please! Dad, no! He kept holding onto his dad's feet and crying like a little baby as he walked back into the crowd. And I couldn't help but say, it was an honor, Jeff. Then I looked at Sarah and she had this awesome smile on her face. Told ya, use your mind, not your hands. You slapped him twice. Oh, you got me there. I love you. I love you too.
Hi, I'm Adley from Boston. Please like and subscribe because my story animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person in the next coming 7 days. My mom got pregnant many years ago after she married my dad, and they were both overjoyed to have a daughter. After my birth, they were waiting anxiously for me when the nurse walked in, looking nervous. I'm not sure if you want to see her.
Oh my God. Is she ugly? I'm going to have a heart attack if she's ugly.
I think she's a dwarf. Mom leapt forward and took me from the nurse, and Dad stared at me in horror. I was really tiny and ugly, like a frog.
I'll have you fired, you moron. I don't care what my daughter looks like. She's mine, and she's beautiful. So what if she's a bit small?
But as years went by and my progress was monitored by doctors, I was diagnosed with slower growth than most people, which meant I'd always look younger than I actually am. Mom didn't care, as long as I was healthy, but Dad couldn't handle it.
How is it even possible? Everyone in my family is practically a basketball player. Be honest with me, woman. Is she even mine?
Mom started screaming and throwing things at him, and he went running out of the door, and that's the last I ever saw of him. Once, when I was 6, Mom took me to a birthday party at her boss's house. I was really excited to meet other kids, but the minute they saw me, they all started staring and then laughing. OMG, just look at it. It's so tiny. With that, the birthday girl Brenda took my hairband off. Hey, give it back, you jerk. Catch it if you can, shorty. Come on, jump a little higher. Suddenly, I lost it. I climbed onto a chair and pounced on her, and we went crashing into the pile of birthday presents, which landed straight in the pool. As Brenda screamed, Mom's boss came running and went ballistic. Who is this out-of-control toddler? Where did she come from? That's my daughter, Adley. But you said your daughter was 6 years old. I don't know who this child is. I'm calling the police. Her boss just picked me up and started carrying me away. Oh my God, she's mine. But her crazy boss wouldn't let us go till the cops arrived. Of course, Mom was able to prove I was her kid, but she was so furious. She flung a piece of cake at her boss's face. I'm not working for you, psycho. I quit. Even though Mom was struggling to find a new job, she soon enrolled me in the best school around. On the first day, I was about to go inside the building when a giant limo almost bumped into me. Hey, are you blind? You could have hurt me. A girl got down from the car, and it was that awful Brenda. Ow! Shut up! You're hurting my ears! It's not our fault you're as tiny as an ant. Who can even see you? She spat on my shoes and walked off. And when I went to my classroom, I discovered she was in my class. Ugh! And all the kids were flocking around her like she was the queen of the school. Over the years, Brenda never failed to mock me. But it wasn't just her. It felt as if I walked into school every day wearing some ridiculous costume because someone was sure to point and laugh. Where's your lower half, shorty, buried in the ground? Which dwarf are you, sleepy, mopey, or grumpy? I was so sick of it all. So, in the 7th grade, I decided to do something about it. I Googled how to increase your height, and there were so many tips. One of them was hanging. I didn't have a pull-up bar, so I decided to stretch from a tree branch. But just as I stepped on it, it snapped under my weight, and I fell to the ground, hurting my leg. Oh, Adley, what are you doing? I just want to grow tall, Mom. Everyone else just keeps getting taller. What's wrong with me? Honey, there's nothing wrong with you. So what if you're not as tall as everyone else? It doesn't make you less smart or kind or beautiful. I waited so long to have you, Adley, and I wouldn't change a thing. You're perfect. Mom's words really stuck with me. It was okay to not be like everyone else. A few days later, when I was heading out for home, I suddenly saw the school bus leaving without me. I ran and waved and shouted, but it just went faster. The driver probably couldn't even see me. Just then, I tripped over something and fell face first into a muddy puddle. As I got up, I saw some kids on the side staring at me, and I snapped. What? What are you looking at? Didn't your parents ever tell you it's rude to stare? Is it so weird that I'm short, or do I have something on my face? To make things even worse, Brenda walked out just then, and she started cackling when she saw me. Ew, are you covered in poop, Adley? Because something sure stinks. I think it's your mouth, you awful witch. I attacked her, and she screamed. She managed to push me off and jumped onto a bench, but I bit her leg really hard. We were both sent to the principal's office, and our moms were called in. They were not happy to see each other. But worse, the principal said I would be expelled. What? You're going to expel my daughter? Well, ma'am, biting other students is unacceptable. And bullying is acceptable? Because my daughter's been getting bullied under your nose every day, and you've done nothing. I know why you're punishing Adley. It's because that woman is much richer than I am, isn't it? You wait and see. I'm going to sue you. Mom wasn't kidding. She did sue the school for not protecting kids from bullying, and the school board actually settled. They fired the principal, suspended Brenda for a month, and we got $100,000 as compensation. I had the best month of my life in school without Brenda. And then Mom and I took a fantastic trip to Europe over summer break. A few days before school was about to start, I came home from the library one evening and found a boy sleeping on my bed. Thief! There's a thief in my room! The boy suddenly jumped up, and I saw he was very tall and really cute. Just then, Mom came running and told me he was her friend's son, Andrew, from France. He'd be staying with us for a few months because he was here as an exchange student in my school. But why is he sleeping in my bed?
I guess I got the wrong room. Take a chill pill, tiny loser.
I hated him already. And for good reason. Andrew was so annoying. He left his giant shoes everywhere that I kept tripping over. He put all my snacks in the highest kitchen cupboard. And the worst, he hogged the TV remote all evening. One day, Mom had gone out, and it was just the two of us at home. We decided to order food, and he took over everything.
Yes, hello, McDonald's. I'd like one cheeseburger, extra large fries, and Coke. And for my little friend, one Happy Meal. It comes with a toy, right?
I stared at him furiously as he just hung up. And then he switched on the sports channel. Hey, no, we're not watching football again. It's my turn. I want to watch my show.
Oh, that's not happening, dwarf girl.
I wasn't having it this time. I ran to the TV screen and hugged it, blocking his view. He kept yelling at me, and then suddenly leapt off the sofa and just picked me up. I kicked and screamed, but he just dropped me in my room and locked me in. Oh my God. How was I going to stand him at home and at school? On the first day of 8th grade, I walked in with newfound confidence in my European wardrobe. Of course, Brenda gave me death glares all morning, but the rest gave me plenty of compliments. As I sat down in the cafeteria later, some kid who looked like a 5th grader joined me at my table and put a red rose next to me. What are you doing?
Oh, it's my first day here, and I'm already in love with you. You're so beautiful.
I'm a little older than you, but that doesn't bother you, right? I'm marrying you as soon as I graduate high school.
What? This idiot thought I was younger than him? Just then, I spotted Brenda and her minions howling with laughter. OMG, this is epic. You guys look so cute together. You'll surely be the hottest new couple in school. But suddenly, Andrew pushed the kid aside and sat really close to me, kissing me on the cheek.
Hey, babe, I was looking everywhere for you. Oh, you got some mustard on your nose.
What are you doing?
Helping you just play along.
And well, I had to admit, the boy was a genius. I turned to look at Brenda, and her jaw was practically on the floor. What the? I mean, how do you two know each other? Oh, we met in Paris during summer break.
She had me at hello. Who wouldn't love this cute little cream puff?
Brenda stormed off angrily, and I immediately pushed Andrew away. Barf! But we decided to stick to this plan for a while, and my popularity was rising fast. I was the girlfriend of the hottest new jock in school. Suddenly, I was invited to all the cool parties. I had front row seats at all of Andrew's games. And when his team won the final football match, he picked me up and ran all over the stadium with me on his shoulders. Gosh, he was such a nut. But I was actually having a really good time with him. Sometimes I even felt butterflies. On Valentine's Day, Andrew put a heart-shaped chocolate box next to me on the table at breakfast. No one can see us here, so what's with the chocolates?
They're just chocolates. Eat them, or whatever.
They're heart-shaped chocolates on Valentine's Day. Is that supposed to mean anything?
Want it to mean something?
No, of course not. Yuck.
Yeah, exactly. Forget it. I'll give them to someone else.
He picked up my box and stormed off. What a jerk. Why did I have these weird feelings for Andrew? He was so annoying. The next day when I went to school, Brenda was standing by my locker with a huge grin. I just knew it was too good to be true. What are you talking about? You and Andrew. I just didn't get it. This makes more sense. And with that, Brenda turned her phone to me and showed me a picture of a blonde girl with her arms around Andrew. And I felt a pang of jealousy. I just turned and started walking away. Aw, is your itty bitty heart broken? He was obviously playing around with you. Everyone could see it. Why would someone like him want to be with a dwarf like you? You look like his kid. Maybe I'll ask him out. I'm prettier than this blonde girl. Do you really think calling me a dwarf hurts me now, Brenda? I've been hearing that stuff since the day I met you. I may not have grown much in inches since then, but I've certainly outgrown you. You don't bother me anymore, and I like myself just as I am. Go ahead, ask Andrew out, but trust me, he's gonna turn you down. Because he knows what a small, petty, mean mommy's princess looks like. Suddenly, Brenda snarled and attacked me. As I was trying to push her off, I was pulled away by Andrew. And standing next to Brenda was the new principal. You were given a strict warning last time, and I saw you attack this girl for no reason with my very own eyes. You're expelled, Brenda. And with that, he angrily marched her away. That witch had it coming.
Adley, are you okay? What are you two fighting about?
Oh, just get lost. Go back to your dumb girlfriend.
What dumb girlfriend? I don't have one, but I'm trying to get one.
Yeah, go on then. Who's stopping you?
You idiot. I want you to be my girlfriend. I like you.
I stared at him in shock and then smiled. Oh, yeah, well, who wouldn't want a cute little cream puff like me? Andrew grinned, and I stepped onto a stool and pulled him in for a kiss.